Guys, welcome back to another video on how to design entities. So what I would recommend doing is, of course, get your little paper, click on the little paper icon, and honestly, you should either do square or you should do what I do and make it where the image size is 300 by 300, allowing you to make efficient art with the pixel tool, but also sometimes, yeah. But anyways, here's how to make an actual entity design instead of me just showing you some examples. So first, it's rather noted that you kind of need to make the mouth first in order to know its structure. So you can either use a template, like you can't really modify the template as much. So for example, get something like this if you want to use your template and put its transparency to 31 or whatever you like, and then put layer 1 at the top. And if you want, you can draw on this. Very easy to do so. See? But I do prefer the pixel tool because now you won't have to deal with the annoying residue. Anyways, now that that part is out of the way, let's start making our entities, shall we? I usually have a happy expression on them. Add some detail. And of course, if you want the mouth to be black, just there we go. Now, starting on the teeth, you want to make the teeth look like actual teeth. So, what I recommend doing is build a little base right there, get smaller on this side, and then what you must do is get bigger on the other side. And then stay at the same size for the rest of that part. And don't forget to fill the bottom half of the teeth in. Oh, and also forgot to mention, but you have to make this an extra layer as well. Because the next step will indeed involve having to mess around with the teeth. And I don't want you guys to mess up the mouth. So the teeth is recommended to be an extra layer. And also if you want, do the bottom teeth. And honestly, if you want, you could make it where the teeth start to curl, like inside the mouth. Usually this takes a while to master, but once you do, you'll you'll finally be able to know how to draw basic teeth instead of just that or this, if you get what I'm saying. Or even this. But yeah, just like the top teeth, you're gonna have to make it where it gets smaller. Okay. And now that is done. Also, by the way, this is an example entity. It's not really like gonna be added into any game. You have to fill the fill the white circles with black because soon we're gonna invert the whole thing, like the whole teeth. Man, what am I saying? Stutters. Boom, you got your mouth. Now, if you want, you can add some effects to it, which I still recommend adding another layer. But anyways, what I would usually do, I would usually just go like that. Like trying to make the gums. Because what are teeth without gums? Aren't they just tea or something? I don't fucking know. And also for the gums, you should probably make them darker at the bottom. Considering the fact that, well, it doesn't get enough sunlight, usually, or light, even reflected on it. Now, if you want, you can, like, outline the whole thing, to make it more realistic, or in a way, realistic, or what the. Anyway, anyways, you kind of have to do this several times on the same tooth in order to get that little shine effect. Like I would occasionally just do it multiple times just to make sure. Now, with those teeth out of the way, I'd recommend you put the opacity for the pixel brush with the color black and dither off to 36. So you could actually have darker gums and teeth. Wait, what? I meant to go like this. Ah! Okay, anyways. And yes, that is a darker shade of white. I saw that one comment. Ah! And also, what the fuck is gray? I have never heard of gray since I was even fucking born. Oh, I can't laugh that much, considering what's going on with me in real life right now. But anyway, oh, here I'll continue the video soon. Be right back. Alrighty, boys, I'm back, and I did some off-screen things, including finishing the teeth and building fucking Godzilla and Keep. Just kidding. Why would I do that? Anyways, first of all, get rid of the useless layer. Don't ask. And then, for the shading layer, just press source atop, and bam. Like, it's seriously glued on. You can't get it off. Anyways, now it's time for the eye. And eye as in I'm gonna do one eye. Honestly, you guys can do it in any shape you like. It just, for now, I'm gonna stick with a realistic eye shape. Maybe an Egyptian, but who knows. And then what you now have to do is make the pupil, of course. You can make it as detailed as you want, but I usually go for something simple. And honestly, start enlarging. Like, before you actually put this layer into the other layers, first enlarge it, and if you want, put pixelated for it. And then, bam, you got your base entity done. You can add as much effects as you want. There's a variety of them here. Some of them just do goofy stuff like this. Wait one sec. I forgot to mix the layers together, which you just have to press normal. And then you can do odd stuff with it. And no, I do not mean that odd stop. Stop thinking about that. Anyways, then here's blur. Saturation does nothing against white. And then you got distort. And then you got this version of distort. But honestly, at least you can change it. And then we got this one that I absolutely love. Because you could go like that, making it slightly better in certain circumstances. Unless, of course, you're a dumbass like me. Which I won't say you guys are, because you guys aren't. And then you have invert, which is obviously what I used for the teeth. And then unsharp mask, which pretty much makes everything simpler. You also got noise, which keep in mind it does make your image appear transparent. But also, if you ever use this, at least add another layer with the same entity image by by copying it, and if you want, slightly configure the settings for the other image, and then bam. And now if you want, you could just bam. But I'd recommend you just stay with this. In Vantage Point, it's fucking useless. And then we got Grid, which is also useless. Pattern, and I think you can guess what I am about to say as well, which is useless. Tilt shift. Honestly, if you wanted to have motion blur, then go for it. But in all honesty, although this is not really a good example, in all honesty, hopefully that taught you guys how to make entities using an advanced tutorial. Anyways, bye!